and Zack to have their favorite people gathered together to celebrate their love and commitment to one another. Who supports Laura in marriage with Zack today?
Her mother and I do.
I love you.
Thank you, Joe.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for your presence here today at the wedding of Laura and Zack. We ask that you bless this couple as they enter into marriage and commit to one another. Please grant them joy and laughter in the good times and patience and grace in the bad. Help them to continuously turn to one another as they journey through the complexities and surprises of life, always remaining each other's biggest supporters and best friends. We ask this in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen.
It is such an honor to be standing here with you both on your wedding day. My name is also Laura, and I met Laura and Zack about 9 years ago in our freshman dorm at Cal Poly. My earliest memory of Laura was during the first week of school when we were playing a name game in our freshman orientation group. Our leaders explained that when it was your turn, you were supposed to say an adjective with the same first letter as your name, and then make some sort of gesture. Most of our peers said something like, "Smooth Sam," or "Amazing Alyssa," and held up a peace sign or thumbs up. However, when it got to Laura's turn, she broke out into laughter, held an L up to her forehead, and said, "Loser Laura." It was in this moment that I decided I wanted to be her friend. I also met Zack during our first week of college. One of his roommates introduced him and shared that he was on the Cal Poly wrestling team. This piece of information helped clarify Zack's odd behavior during those first few months of school. Throughout our dorm, Zack was known as the guy who sat for what seemed like hours, silently scrolling through food accounts on Instagram in the middle of the dorm common area. This was apparently to help manage the hunger he experienced while cutting weight for wrestling. I love these early memories of Laura and Zack because they help illustrate some of the many wonderful qualities about each of them. For Laura, her willingness to playfully make fun of herself highlights her ability to laugh easily and often, her quiet confidence and humility, and her wonderful and unwavering authenticity. Laura's welcoming and genuine nature is truly a blessing to those around her, and it allows others to also show up as their whole authentic selves. For Zack, his ability to remain disciplined in order to reach his goals highlights how driven and dedicated he is. Only a very motivated and committed person could play a collegiate sport like wrestling, double major in undergrad, and earn a law degree from as prestigious a school as the University of Pennsylvania. Qualities that not only make Laura and Zack amazing people individually, but also truly incredible as a couple. They both laugh constantly, are immensely welcoming to everyone around them, and exhibit unwavering commitment to those they love. As a pair, it is easy to see the depths to which they cherish one another. The way Laura and Zack love each other allows them to be their truest selves in the present while continuing to grow and develop in the future. It is this steadfast, adaptive, and joyful love that has enabled them to weather the many changes and transitions over the past 8.5 years. Laura and Zack's marriage today is also building on a foundation of many incredible examples of commitment set before them by both of their families. Zack's parents have been married for 29 years, and Laura's parents have been married for 37 years. Zack's grandparents, Billy and Pat, have been married for 57 years, and Laura's grandparents, Shirley and Art, have been married for 71 years. It is this legacy of grace, love, and commitment that Laura and Zack initially brought into their relationship and will continue to carry forward as they publicly become one today. Laura has asked me to share this verse that serves as a reminder to her for how God calls us to love. 1 Corinthians 13:4-5. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. This passage is meaningful to both Laura and Zack as it encapsulates how they strive to treat each other in their relationship and upcoming marriage. For this couple, showing love to each other means being slow to anger and quick to forgive, burying their pride and admitting when they're wrong, championing and supporting one another, and honoring each other over themselves. Their love is truly a blessing for those who have had the honor of witnessing it, and I know it has made a profound and positive impact on the subsequent relationships of many of their friends, my own included. Laura and Zack have prepared some personal vows that they would like to share with one another. I'll go ahead and hand you guys these. Laura, would you like to begin?
Oh, sure. I love you. Zack, God brought you into my life when I least expected it. I certainly did not plan to meet the man I was going to marry in the first 6 months of college, but I spent more time with you over the first couple months, and I knew that my plans to stay single my freshman year and be fun and single and young were totally doomed. I was immediately drawn to all of the qualities about you that make me fall deeper and deeper in love with you every single day still. Your goofiness, number one, your loyalty, your intelligence, and your humility. In all our years knowing each other, I truly don't think I've ever heard someone speak poorly of you. I really haven't. Everyone who meets you is immediately drawn to your easygoing and authentic nature, and I lost my place. Your ability to leave such a positive and genuine impression on people is one of the many reasons that I am so very proud to have you as my partner. We are similar in many ways. Our commitment to our families, who we love so much and spend so much time with, our love for exploring new places and eating all of the food we can find, our mutual obsession with our cat, Sushi, and just to name a few. But I believe that our differences make our relationship even stronger. I am the extroverted planner who fills up all of your weekends, and you make sure we set aside time to slow down and relax. I'm the type A perfectionist who worries when things don't go as planned, while you are the chill, go-with-the-flow one who reminds me not to sweat the small stuff. Thank you for the way you consistently challenge me to be a better version of myself. Thank you for holding me accountable when I'm wrong. You're pretty quick to do that. Thank you for encouraging me to be curious and to learn. Thank you for supporting me in my faith and in my passions. I promise to do my very best to challenge and encourage you in the exact same way. When we argue or issues arise, I promise to communicate and put in the effort to make things right. I promise to be open and honest with you and not hide things from you. I promise to laugh with you. I got really close. I promise to laugh with you and be ridiculous and silly with you and not to take myself too seriously. I promise to build you up and support you. This isn't fate or some kind of fairy tale. This marriage is a commitment and a choice, and I promise to fight for this love and to choose you every single day. Some people may think 8 years is a really long time to wait to get married, but for me it has totally flown by. Getting to know so many different facets of who you are has been the greatest joy of my life. And I can't wait to discover even more things about you as we tackle this adventure of marriage. I love you.
I can't kiss you.
No, you can't kiss me.
All right. First, I love you. I'm so happy that this day is finally here. Okay, so
You got this.
Laura, I still reminisce about our first date sometimes and how, in hindsight, it was so revealing about you and our future relationship, although we didn't know it at the time. It was a bit unconventional. We snuck out of the dorms at 2 a.m. in the morning to set up a blanket at Pirates Cove, not far from here, and watched the lunar eclipse. And I feel like I hyped it up, and it was so exciting. And we were set up there, and then realized the ocean breeze had a different idea, and it brought in cloud cover. And I lost my place again. Oh no. As we sat there talking and watching the eclipse begin, I remember the night was less than ideal just because of the cloud cover. The, we only,
you.
yeah, sorry.
You do great.
Whew. We only got glimpses of the moon as the clouds parted briefly, and we could have been crestfallen. We could have let that ruin the date, but you didn't. You didn't let that the disappointment of missing most of this lunar eclipse ruin our date or bring us down in any sense. And I was so happy to bring you there. I thought it was going to be this big event, and your happy, jovial, and joyful attitude persisted through it all and made the night so great still. Just sitting there for hours, probably, I think it was like a Tuesday or something before classes too. Laura, you approach life and all it has to offer with certain unrelenting joyfulness, which is absolutely contagious. Your kindness and generosity towards others, your genuine interest and excitement to experience new things, and your love of our cat, Sushi, had to throw that in there, are things I both admire in you and I hope to improve in myself. Journeying through life together with you has made me happier than I ever could have been alone, whether I'm right next to you or whether I'm across the country. I've had the absolute pleasure, honor, and privilege of being your friend, boyfriend, and fiance, and I'm ecstatic to leave here today as your husband. I promise to love you for who you are and who you are yet to become. I promise to be there for you, loving you, even on the bad days, even when everything seems to be going wrong, and even when the clouds cover the moon.
Oh.
I promise to be patient and to remember that all things between us are rooted in love for one another. I promise to always love you. Nice.
Zack and Laura have chosen rings to exchange with each other as a symbol of their lifelong commitment. Laura, as you place this ring on Zack's finger, please repeat after me. Zack, I love you.
Zack, I love you.
You are my best friend.
You're my best friend.
I promise to be your biggest fan,
I promise to be your biggest fan,
to laugh with you and cry with you,
to laugh with you and cry with you,
to never stop exploring with you,
to never stop exploring with you,
to love you even when you're hard to love,
to love you even when you're hard to love,
to support your goals and celebrate your successes.
to support your goals and celebrate your successes.
With this ring, I vow to share my life with you,
With this ring, I vow to share my life with you,
through the best and worst of what's to come.
through the best and worst of what's to come.
Zack, as you place this ring on Laura's finger, please repeat after me. Laura, I love you.
Laura, I love you.
You are my best friend.
You are my best friend.
I promise to be your biggest fan,
I promise to be your biggest fan,
to laugh with you and cry with you,
to laugh with you and cry with you,
to never stop exploring with you,
to never stop exploring with you,
to love you even when you're hard to love,
to love you even when you're hard to love,
to support your goals and celebrate your successes.
to support your goals and celebrate your successes.
With this ring, I vow to share my life with you,
With this ring, I vow to share my life with you.
through the best and worst of what's to come.
You're the best and worst of what's to come.
Laura and Zack, now that you have expressed your love and commitment to one another in front of your dearest friends and family, with the authority vested in me by the state of California, it is my joy and honor to pronounce you as husband and wife. Zack, you may kiss your bride.
Oh, man.
You did great. Let's go! You